Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Good morning, good morning. Well, good day, good evening, whatever it is for you. Hope everyone's doing well. I am attempting to be a little bit quiet in my voice as I am still staying in a hotel with my family. And so there's not really a separate place for me to do the stream. So I'm in the kitchen, which is next to a living room, which is also a sleeping area. So I will hopefully you can hear me. Maybe somebody could let me know that this is enough volume in my voice. Gonna get my charts going for daily analysis. So testing, can you hear me? Anyone? All right, well, I'll come back to the comments in a minute. I've only got single screen right now too, so I will get a look at what's going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of the markets that I'm watching and just kind of take a look at levels and make a plan for the day. I do have a handful of things already marked out from earlier this week. Trying to work on, I have this note here I left for myself. I'm trying to work on not only looking at other time frames, but truly like aligning my trade with the higher time frame, or what I'm using is mostly the 15-minute and the 1 hour. But if I was looking at this chart, would I want to trade it short, long, would I wait, that kind of thing, to attempt to line up my thoughts. So okay, so you can see I have this old level, this intermediate term high, short term high marked out, and what happened this morning was a move, a small move up above. You can see that that's the upper one. This is the lower one here. So peaked out above there. I will expect some sort of retracement down into this level here, maybe down to yesterday's high, or yesterday's, and like this equal highs is what I'll call it. Almost exactly equal highs from back here and here. So if I ask myself this question, what would I do? What would I trade on this chart? I would be looking for a long after it comes down into this big imbalance. So in terms of location of a trade, anything down here in the it's a pretty big zone. I think what I'll do is I'll highlight the lower part because this plus as well. This light blue here is a daily fair value cap or a body gap. So it came from this move back over here. So somewhere in this area is going to be where I look for a long. So looking back 15-minute, there's a fair value gap here. This could be a location for a short-term counter trend trade, which would be short. All right, I'm gonna have to get rid of this note now. There we go. Bullish. So nobody's let me know if they can hear me. I know my mic is working, but I'm not talking super loud. So let me know in the comments, please, if you can hear okay. So the only thing about this that I don't love is how high. Let me see here. You have this huge level up here that would be a logical stop. So what I would need to see if I'm going to take a short-term short trade is a full structure shift after coming back up into this level here. So on a 1-minute chart, that would look like coming up, tapping into this area. It's kind of cool, actually. This is a neat overlay. Where the 3 time frames kind of keep overlapping their gaps, which I like. But then, man, the colors in this program are terrible. All right. So I'm not like super excited about this, but I'll watch it in case there's a. So put an alarm in there for myself. All right, so here's the S&P. It's a similar story, typically, but you can see like where this body gap happened. Right here, we're still underneath that. We're under that second high, so there's still room for movement up. Whereas with the NASDAQ, it's definitely seems like it's at a location that could turn back before going higher. Let me do this. This is a weekly fair value cap. That would be a good spot for price to move towards as well. So with that in mind, I'm almost up there actually. So That'd be a good target for a long as after it pulls back a little bit. I'll leave that on 5 minutes. So here we go. So this has the same kind of relative equal highs, as well as big imbalance in here. So let's see, these big news events leave so much gap. Might not be for a while before price even gets down there. So more preparation for maybe afternoon session or tomorrow even. Feel free to ask me questions about anything really. I don't mind answering questions. I'll do my best to respond in a honest and helpful in that it answers your question and confirms I'm an idiot, or answers your question and confirms that maybe you could try something different. So you see the overlapping gap here. 15-minute and 5-minute. Some more bad colors in here. No, that's not too bad. So there's the 5-minute. There's the 1 minute in here. Don't need the 1 minute to go though. The 1 minute is not the requirement. There's structure break and order block here. So I'm not going to take this one even if it comes back up here. There's not a actually 2 minute works okay. Let's see. Oops, that's very bad again. There's an overlap there. Stop would still have to be up pretty high. Let's see what I can do. So this red line is when my stop will pop in, plus the distance of the spread. My trades don't happen unless I get a bullish or an engulfing, in this case, bearish engulfing bar after returning to a key spot, which has already returned to a key spot, which has already returned to a key spot. And for me, those spots are these gaps and blocks. So right there, that's a potential entry short. It'd be a short-term short. Not quite though. So that this becomes a non-engulfing bar, which is no trade. So now I gotta wait. Let's do this so I can move on. Dude. All right, well, it's probably not going to be anything too exciting on this with this huge range that just happened yesterday. Let's see, 50% is right in there. That's kind of nice. So if I keep asking myself the question, how would I want to trade this if this is the chart I was trading? I'd be looking for a return into here. Which I think it's probably going to not be anytime soon. 15-minute. I wouldn't look for anything at this point. Hang on. So that's a little raid. So it's kind of cool actually. Let's see what this looks like here. So you have this structure break level here. Leave some liquidity up above. Pulls back into 15, 5. 1 minute break structure. Pulls back into 1 minute gap. Does not engulf anything yet. Okay, actually, this could be a entry for long here. Too many boxes, goodness. So because big time frame is, I would look for a short. These time frames, though, I have targets that would be satisfied within even this small structure. It's the liquidity area here. So I'm going to actually do a tight stop on this one and take it long as this candle closes. Oh, bummer. It's got split big time on that entry. Just stop so they're even. So that's first target there. Second target would be up by equilibrium. Right there, there's a beginning of the 1 hour imbalance. I really don't like this. You can, it's kind of hard to see, but first entry's there. But you can see it better over here. There and there. My order entry script gives me 2 entries. One so I can get out for 1 hour to protect the position, and then the second one is defaults at 5, and then I adjust it from there. So this trade would be $6.5 hours if it can make it up there. But this is counter to the big picture trade. So I have to be careful not to try to hold for too big of a target. So I may actually bring that back down. So here's reach for liquidity and first exit, hopefully. A little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit more. So if, oh, there we go, first exit complete. See there, entry, slip entry, and first exit. And that probably isn't quite 1 hour because of the slippage. And I brought it down from the 1 hour, but I wanted to get into that beginning of that liquidity pool. So what I watch for now there's this two candle gap. Well, I'm going to use up to the order block here as a potential for adding. So like that. Let's see. Oh, it probably won't let me because of the magnet drawing tool. There we go. All right, so this is UCAD, USD, Canadian dollar. It's a quiet stream this morning, man. Anyone watching? It says 15, but nobody's chiming in with anything, so I don't need you to, but all right, so zooming out a little bit, here's 15-minute chart. I think what I'm going to do, since it just rated and got that liquidity, is so what I'm going to do is I'll monitor this level, see what kind of push we get through there. If it does at all. My trades have been pulling back into the stops pretty frequently. So those I'll watch as it, if it wants to cross those, and then adjust based on that. So never got the bearish engulfing in here for that trade I was talking about earlier. There's a big grab, liquidity grab there. So this could be setting up for more move to the upside. But just get rid of this stuff that I don't need now. So I have a structure break level here. So structure break level is where I will wait for the gap to form. So it would need to, price would need to move up relatively powerfully and past this level. Leave a gap, and then I can zoom into the 1 minute and look for an entry there. So give me a touch and engulf here, move down, but it didn't get into, it only got into very, barely the tip of that 15-minute gap, not into the 5, where the overlap is. See that better there. Okay, so a little bit of a pullback here on the cat trade. Structure shift. I'm trying to be brave with the concept of adding into position, so I'm gonna watch here. All right, I mean, got to look at everything yet. USD JPY. Hey, Neville. I just noticed he made some comments. It's cool. I did take a trade. It's still going on the USD CAD. That is here. You can see little 2 blue arrows. It's a long trade. First exit right up here. The pay the trader exit, protecting position, and second exit is tentatively about 6.5 R. So that's that one. I'm just switching over here to look at where's the markup on this one is just gone. It's all right. I was experimenting with some different lines yesterday, so I may have just wiped it all out. So this looks like something I would trade short on the daily and 4 hour. So the whole gap is up above equilibrium. One hour. So I do like this short. However, let's see. I see a raid here. So this we'll have to wait and see because this could just pull back up into here, and then I would be ready to look for short. If it doesn't do much here but wants to pull back into this area, it's a gap and fair value gap with an overlock. 15 minutes. So I like it when those levels like that overlap. Looks good. New York Midnight's there. Sometimes that acts as a level to play off of. All right, so I think for now, this guy I'm just waiting. So I'll leave it on the 15-minute. All right, one more chart to look at. Daily chart of the Euro USD. Oh, that's H4. 4 hours. That'd be a cool entry. Okay. All right, so daily I would be looking for a long. This whole gap that just got ignored very much. Oops. Weekly level. Yeah, so daily I'd be looking for pull back into that range. Let's just highlight equilibrium. So you see a little bit of a rate up there. See, it needs a gap. Not touched yet, but it's already moved down in structure. Meaning it's put in this new low here. What is this guy? Oh, that's that old gap. Ignored daily gap. All right, if you're just coming in this morning, I do have one trade going. I've just been kind of going through and doing the analysis on the different markets I watch. Let's take a look at our trade. My trade, not ours. My trade. CNC entry was here. Slipped entry, second entry is here. First exit up here at liquidity. I am potentially going to add into this if it gets down into this identified gap and order block area. So just waiting on that. Waiting for a structure break to the upside here on S&P. NASDAQ is doing its own thing here. Let me see. Oops. There we go. Wrong button. Let's put on the 5-minute. Both of them are on the 5-minute. Have them stacked right here so I can kind of compare levels. The NASDAQ looks weaker. The S&P looks stronger to me. But both of them are not tradable right now for me. So I'll just wait. Finish looking at Euro. Euro USD. So 5-minute chart, let's see, gap here that's already returned to. I think I'm just not ready to. I think this needs to move down more. However, this is not convincing at this point. I'll watch this level, this 15-minute gap up here. Oh, that's my coffee pot. All right. Anything ready down here? Almost. So for the ad, my plan is this. A touch into my selected area. Down here. And then a break of structure on the 1-minute to the upside with enough power to leave a gap. And then a return to that gap for entry. That's what I'd be looking at. And looking at bigger picture, the thought is that there's a bigger pullback needed before moving lower if it wants to. So there is lots of room to come back and fill in. So my big wishy target is up here. So that's UCAD. Anyone got any thoughts? Anyone got any questions? Anything at all? All right. Price has definitely moved down. Dumped actually down towards stop loss. So now the ad is much further away. So see if it hangs on. First entry is right here. Or the entry that, yeah, I guess that was the first one that's left. I got in like 1 second too late for as this thing kind of started exploding up. So I got slipped a few pips, whatever it is today. I don't know what the range looks like. 2 pips. So for adding, I'm waiting for a break of structure. Which is this. So right now it's got displacement moving to the downside. So hands off for adding. But move up above these guys will get me interested in adding. UJ is running into yesterday's, what is that? There's a green line there. That's weird. Oh, that. Huh. Oh, it's because it's behind the gray box. So let's say green line means yesterday. So yesterday's green up here and down here, high and low. So it's running to 2 sessions ago. Low, that guy, there it is. It just turns green behind the gray box. That's confusing. And did I mark out equilibrium? I don't think I did. Something just alerted me. Oh, okay. S&P moving up a little bit. Nothing too exciting there. Oh, getting pretty close to stopping out here on this UCAD trade that I'm in. Looking at short here on Euro. Oh, never mind. Almost gave it all back. Nice strong engulfing candle forming, and then it wicked out at the bottom, at the end. So there's this gap that its price is kind of playing around with. It's got a lot of room to the downside before I would consider the pullback finished. So I'll consider short an option. Stopped out here on UCAD. Just dove in a little bit too far, but that's okay. What? Not ideal, of course. I'd rather have a trade that works out good. But that's okay. Look to see if there's a new test and structure shift in this area over here. Looks like it might be just kind of switching to chop chop too. So we'll just wait. So new plan here is wait for liquidity grab and then engulfing. Okay. I will be taking off here shortly, folks. If you have any thoughts or questions, let me know here in the next couple minutes. I'm gonna pop up my YouTube channel. It's not a teaching channel. It is a journal channel. So if you'd like to kind of see other traders' thoughts, kind of like what I'm doing here, but a little bit more selective in terms of putting it out in a general sense, or not a general sense, a little bit more selective in. It's not like a whole hour of analysis. It's when I am about to take a trade, I'm going to talk through my thoughts there. So you can head over there and take a look if you like that kind of thing. It is low production, and just it's like I said, it's like more like a journal if you think about it that way. All right, so as I mentioned, I might liquidate this short if it comes up for liquidity grab. Need to see a break structure in here. Now that it's come up and tagged out here, I'm not going to just jump in right now. I'd like to be able to. Hey, bud. All right, I think that's going to do it for me here, folks. I'll be back next week. I had one trade today so far that got one first target and stopped out, so relatively break even. And a couple more I'm watching maybe for a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Cam at Trading Nut and Blue Guardian for the chance to do the challenge. Farewell.